I would like to start this video by apologizing to all of you viewers. It is my fault that this video is on the internet. I'm the one who uploaded this video to YouTube. It is my fault that you are watching this video right now, and I apologize very much, because I'm the reason you are stuck watching a series of unfortunate events. Now, it could be possible that you don't know what a series of unfortunate events is, in which case, I envy you, dear viewer. I really am very jealous of you, and because of your lack of knowledge, you clicked on this video thinking it would be a fun walkthrough, but no, this is a terrible tragedy. A series of unfortunate events, as the title indicates, is just a series of books where horrible things happen to these three young, adorable orphans, the Baudelaire orphans. And most of the misfortune comes at the hands of the foul villain, Count Olaf. He is very distinctive here. Check out his distinctive facial hair and large eyebrow. But despite the fact that he's so distinctive looking, he is able to disguise himself as a series of villains in order to attack the children in each and every book. Yes, this despite the fact that Olaf is distinctive looking and that he is not a good actor. He is not like a Jim Carrey or a Neil Patrick Harris. He's just a horrible actor, and yet the universe seems to be conspiring with him to let him get away with all of his evil plans over and over and over again. Yes, a series of unfortunate events is definitely a tragedy. I'd rank it up there with the tragedy of Shakespeare's Hamlet or the hopelessness and despair of Eric Carle's The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It is that bad. Now, I have been commissioned to play this game, but you, dear viewer, you have not been commissioned. You do not have to watch this game. You can watch me play a different game, watch a different walkthrough, a game that's much more happier, like Nancy Drew, Secret of the Scarlet Hand, or I was gonna say Tales of Terror, House on the Hill, but that's also a very scary game where horrible things happen. Awakening, the Dreamless Castle. Yes, you could watch me play that, the fairy tale game with the princess and the fairies. That would be a lot happier than watching me play puzzle after puzzle where these poor children are subjected again and again and again to Count Olaf's evil schemes. Okay, so that's just my recommendation. You can always watch something else, but if you are, like me, a poor, tortured soul, and your life is such a beacon of misery and despair that the lives of the Baudelaires actually seem great in comparison to yours, well then keep watching, as I am going to play a series of unfortunate events. Okay, what makes my life so horrible, you might ask? Well, it's very simple. I get forced to play games like these. Would you like to have a life where you're forced to play dreadful games? No! No, 100 times no. So I also sometimes get thought of as somebody else, like Player 1 Violet? That's not me. Why does the game think I'm Player 1 Violet? Why does my computer not even recognize me? This is my computer I've had for years, and it likes to pretend I'm somebody else? And then it gives me these dreadful options for characters, like I could be man with glasses and crazy red hair. I presume that's Uncle Monty. I could be woman with glasses and crazy gray hair. I presume that's Aunt Josephine. But I'm going to go with Count Olaf. Not that I like Olaf, he's a horrible person. But I'm going with Olaf for my picture, and I'm going to call myself Snowman. Olaf Snowman. Okay, so there are two different games here. We have Deduction Junction, and we have Swap Monster for younger players, which hopefully means it's easier. So I'm going to play that because I need all the easiness I can get. I do not want to be subjected to torturously difficult levels. But if you don't know how to play, hit the how to play button, and it will give you a tutorial for either of the two games. Okay, and there's also a how to play button on the games. So let's see. What unfortunate event happened to the orphans in Count Olaf's horrible house? Well, number one, they were in Count Olaf's horrible house. That's an unfortunate event. You have to be with him. Okay, so we have clues on the right-hand side of the screen. One clue says that Klaus is to the left of Sunny. So we're going to swap them, so Klaus is left of Sunny, and they get locked into place, because that's correct. That's where they're supposed to go. Next, you want to just keep swapping until all the clues are true. Like, we're going to swap peppermint with fire, and now that's in place. The peppermint is above Klaus. Objects lock in place when you've got the correct answer, and that's it for the tutorial. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got different levels. You can start at any level you want, but I'm going to do Journey, play all of the levels in order. There are 10 levels each, so I figured I would do 2 levels per video, if that makes sense. That should make sense, right? You found your way to Count Olaf's house. Oh, poor unfortunate soul you are. An unfortunate event has occurred inside the house, and Count Olaf has mixed things up so the objects are not in their proper places. He's also destroyed all the Oxford commas in this sentence. He's a foul villain, I told you. Use the clues to determine where everything belongs and see what happened, and to whom. Okay, so to play... Wait, didn't we already get a tutorial? They're giving us a tutorial on top of the tutorial? Okay. Just in case you haven't seen the tutorial, they give you another tutorial. So this is rather simple. Violet needs to go to the right of Sunny. So let's swap Violet and Sunny. Okay, and the peppermint go on top of Violet. So you might have noticed when I click on a clue, we get the explanation of the clue here in the bottom right. I'm very good at noticing things. I'm very good and noticing things. Oh, typos, typos. Oh, what a dreadful game this is. Oh, a typo on the first screen. I saw that bag of peppermints was in the room directly above Violet. Okay, so let's put the peppermints directly above Violet. And now let's see what this scheme is.
Drat it!
Yes, Count Olaf's evil scheme was the baby and the leeches. He tried to feed the baby to leeches. What a cruel, cruel, cruel man he is. Okay, well here's another tutorial tip, just in case you weren't paying attention on the last tutorial. Okay, so it looks like Klaus is to the left of the Sunny the baby. So Klaus is to the left. And, oh! I solved it. Okay, and it looks like Violet is underneath the burning house. And Klaus is underneath the leeches. Let's see what happened now.
Drat it!
Alright, so the evil Count Olaf has given Violet a bag of peppermints. I believe all the Baudelaires are allergic to peppermints. That's why it's an unfortunate event. Okay, so, let's do this now. It looks like... Oh, this is complicated. Okay, no, here we go. Violet is to left of Sunny. So Violet obviously goes on the far left, and Sunny goes on the far right. It's the only way that could work. So the leeches are above Klaus, and it looks like the fire is somewhere to the left of the peppermint.
Drat it!
Now, I don't believe I've explained what's going on. The evil Count Olaf is trying to destroy the Baudelaire orphans' lives. Perhaps he's trying to kill them so he can inherit their enormously large fortune. And that's why he keeps doing these awful things to them. Strategy tip. If you've got a big number, that's a big clue. Already figured that out, but thank you. Let's see that in action. The leeches are to left of the fire. And then here, this is another simple one. Sunny is to the left of Klaus, who is to the left of Violet.
Drat it!
I'm very glad that we have managed to foil all of these schemes of Count Olaf. Drat it! Who would Sunny rather have to play with? Okay, so we get a trivia question after we solve a certain number of levels. So would she rather have a blue pacifier, a small hard object, a cute doll, or a puppy with fleas? Let's go with the small hard object. She likes biting things. Yay! So that's level 1. Great, so now on to level 2. You may be getting the idea that unfortunate things are always happening to the orphans and their friends. Yes, yes they are. Well, now we have problems. Count Olaf brought in his terrible theater troupe. He's got his evil henchmen like the white-faced lady, and himself. Okay, so let's see. Klaus is to the right of Violet. Alrighty, I think Klaus and Violet are actually going to be here on the right. Yeah, they locked into place, that means we got them right. So Count Olaf is above Sunny, and in between them is the leech. Oh no, the white-faced lady attacks Klaus with peppermints.
Drat it.
Okay, on a new board, look for the large numbers first. Oh, wait. Look for clues that give the most information. Yeah, like these 3 object ones, those are pretty easy to get done. Okay, so it looks like this lady needs to be on the left, because she has to be left of Count Olaf, and she's above the fire and above the baby. Okay, so next she is directly to the left of Count Olaf, so Count Olaf's right of her. And next it looks like the leeches are above Violet.
Drat it.
Now you might have noticed we get a fancy reward for every single level we beat. I don't know if the game keeps track of the rewards, but it's cool. We got some coconut cake. Once you've locked onto an object or a person, look for another clue that helps them. So I'll figure that out. Okay, so let's look at the peppermint. So peppermints go on the far left. And there we go, we got the peppermint figured out, so that will help us with this clue with the peppermint and the hook-handed man. Okay, so it looks like the hook-handed man is somewhere above Sunny. So Sunny's below him. And Violet is 2 underneath Count Olaf. Well, she's 2 underneath Count Olaf now, but the game doesn't accept that as a correct answer. They're not locked into place. Therefore, she has to be 2 under Count Olaf on the right-hand side. It can't possibly be the left-hand side because, well, we can't move any pieces to the left-hand side. That's all locked.
Drat it.
Okay, look for 2 more clues that show the same person. I already explained that. Cool. So, we actually have a hint button. That's nice. That's actually really nice. Okay, so let's see if we can figure this out. Hook-handed man is 2 above Violet. And Violet is to the left of Klaus. Let's say Violet's here. Oh no! Count Olaf showed... Count Olive? What? No. He took the baby, which is very sad. Another thing you could do is say, like, combine these 2 clues. So to determine that, hey, we can pretend it's a 3 clue, right? Because we've got Violet to the left of Klaus and Klaus to the left of Sunny. Oh no, and now he kidnapped that. Count Olaf, you foul villain. Foul villain, stealing things when I'm trying to explain puzzles. Okay, so Count Olaf is 2 above Klaus here. And the leeches are 1 above Klaus. The hook-handed man is 2 above Violet here. And the hook-handed man is 1 above Peppermints. Now, what I do want to point out, see here how it says level 2-4? There are 4 puzzles for each level. And now we have to wait for Count Olaf to give back the Peppermints. Thank you, Count Olaf. Did I just thank him? No, you villain! I should never have thanked you. Oh no!
Drat it.
Yeah, so 4 rounds per level, I guess you would call it. And what is Aunt Josephine's greatest joy? Well, her greatest joy is grammar. So as I said, I'll try to do 2 levels per video. In the next video, I'll tackle levels 3 and 4.